the river meets the sea, catching fish is where I'll be, come rain or sunny skies. I'm gonna grab my fishing line, yes, we're taking out some time. That's fishing. This has been a fishing tale, just like Jonah and the whale. No place I'd rather be. Yes, we're casting out a line, everybody's feeling fine. That's fishing. That's fishing. Yeah, that's fishing.
On to the fishing.
Hi and welcome to That Fishing. Today guys, we're back with Keith from Big Time Charters and we're out doing some squid fishing. Now today my preferred weapon is going to be the pretty pink. I know it's Eric's normal colour, but you can get me later for that, Eric. But Keith, where are we today roughly? Western Port, number one.
We're in Western Port and we're fishing off the Tyab Bank.
Yep.
And what we're doing, we're drifting over the deeper water over onto the shallower grounds. Usually the bigger squid will come over.
Yep. Over
to the shallower weed beds, lay their eggs. So we're going to target them today.
A beauty. Now, I'm chosen, as I just said, the bright pink one.
Yep.
What preferred colours? Or what we're going to do is just simply try all the different colours and see what they hook up on.
We'll just keep on flinging out different colours until we see what is the preferred colour.
Yep.
Go from there.
Just go from there.
Yep.
All right, well let's get into it guys and let's flick a few of these around and we'll see how we go. There we go guys, beautiful big squid, and Keith was very nice to me. He didn't point it at me face and get a face full of ink. Thank you very much Keith.
No problems mate, no problems.
You said there were some big ones out here mate.
There's bigger than that.
There's bigger than this you reckon?
Yeah, bigger than that.
And once again, we got Eric's favourite colour, pink one, and I reckon we use him for a bit of snapper bait or we're taking him home and eat him.
Depends on if we mark up any fish or not.
Well, there you go, guys. What a beautiful fish.
So we've got a small squid on. Just take it easy. Just a nice little squid. Nice eating size. And I might... Just trying to squirt the kernel.
Not happy about it. I've got the GoPro in the net, in the water I should say, not in the net. Whoa!
Just point that the other way. Not a big one, but makes a good snapper bait.
There we go. That's a good size one.
Yep.
And I brought the GoPro. Yeah, mate. Oh, nice close up. He can squirt that one.
Yeah. I think he's already squirted it all out. But yeah, just a nice size, nice eating size. If you wanted to eat them,
hey,
I eat them. I use them for bait.
Oh, well, there we go. We're starting to get quite a few now. So, might throw a couple more out and see if we can get a couple more, and then we're going to take off and see if we can pick up a couple of snapper as well. But let's see what happens. Yeah, don't get yeah, well.
That's perfect for a snapper bait.
Yep,
get a few out of him.
Still full of water too by looks.
Yeah, I'll just what you got to do is just stare into his eyes.
Bugger off. There we go. Hey, squeezing the water out of him.
He's turning his thing around.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, and gotcha.
And that's the other thing, they they can turn that around and squirt you. Yeah, I only realised the other day that they can turn it around like that and squirt you, because I had one holding that way and it squirted me straight in the face. Nice one.
Oi.
That's the way.
That's it, pink. I changed my lure and I'm on. What a ripper. Look at that.
Nice one. Oh yeah, he's nice.
He's a nice one. Here we go. Let's look at that.
That's a monster.
It's a monster. He's only on one tentacle, mate. Oh.
Nice and easy with him.
Oh. There you go. You like to get down there and show the viewers? I'll bring him. Which side, Skipper?
Your side, mate.
Oh, nice and slowly.
Just got him.
Nice and slowly. Oh, yes!
Beautiful.
Yes! Now that's what we're talking about.
Got
Huh?
him by the one candle. Oops, sorry.
And the trusty pink lure came in again. Now, Mr. Carter, I know it's not one of your favourite lures, but mate, you just said, look at the time, look at the darkness, swap the jigs around. Well, mate, once again, you come through again. And look at that. Now, wow, look at that. Oh, and he got me. There we go. Well, that's what we come out here, and I can tell you here and now that this one is not going to be used as a bait. There you go. Look at that. What a beautiful fish.
Beautiful.
Mate,
Very nice.
here we go with Keith again. You put us on the mark again. We had a couple of shifts, and he said, come on, there's got to be a couple of biggies out here. And that's it. Here we go. All right. There you go.
Lovely.
Your turn to squirt. There you go.
Yeah, that's fishing. Yeah, that's fishing.
Hooked on Tackle Talk with Big Mick. Okay guys, today at Tackle Talk with Big Mick, we're going to be talking about tackle boxes. Little ones, big ones, all sorts of ones. Give us a quick rundown on mate.
Well, a lot of different varieties here. When we're out fishing and storing your gear, it can be quite difficult at times.
Yep.
We're always looking for pockets and bits and pieces to store gear in. There's a company from Japan called Versus Miho have come up with some fantastic storage devices, and we can give you a quick run through on what they do.
What was the name again?
Versus Miho.
Versus Miho. Now it's taken me about 10 goes having get that right.
So yeah, it just rolls off the tongue nicely. As I said, they're a funky Japanese company that produce a lot of different storage devices.
Okay then. Yep.
That's a good example of what we've got here today.
Yep.
Well, we start with the little fellas first.
Yep.
The freshwater guys, especially fly fishermen, they run little pocket-sized fly boxes like that. So it basically looks like a mobile phone, flips open, and then you've got all your little storage devices.
You can
for
put
the
all your
side.
little flies
Yep.
and things like that in. Yep.
Put all your bits and flies and bits and pieces in, fold it up, close it up, put it into your pocket, into your fly vest. As simple as that, and you're off and going. They also do a slightly bigger version of it as well, which is that guy there. Even some of the, if the guy's using small seltzers and things like that, you know, wading up your streams, you can put your little seltzers and things like that in there as well, and just a little bit more storage room there.
Oh, yeah.
Moving through to little boxes like these, which are really, really funky.
Yep.
This is a saltwater, freshwater. Use it for what you will. Basically, it sits on your waist.
Yep.
A couple of lift-off lids that pop out. You've got lure hangers in there, so you can just sit there and hang your different styles of
For all the
lures on
small
there.
little like.
Yeah,
Yep.
little rapalas or whatever other type of lures that you're using.
Yep.
Plus up the top there, you've got areas
Got another
there.
little- Yep.
Yeah, so put your swivels or a couple other smaller low-profile type lures in through there. That flicks in there. As I said, it sits on your waist there, so everything's fully accessible. And then it's just a matter of closing it up, because it's on its belt, just push it around out of the way, and you're off and fishing.
Happy days. Especially if it's a trout fisherman, that'd be a ripper.
Oh,
wouldn't
ideal for that. Yeah, so off the surf, spinning your metal
Yep.
slugs, which we've often talked about. You're not carrying shoulder bags or anything like that. Everything's contained in a little box like that.
it? Oh, ripper. Now I've got one here that goes on my hip, which I'll show you. This one here is a real good one, which I actually like. It comes apart when I try to get it apart.
Push the metal clip down. That's
Metal
right.
clip down. Sorry guys. And it opens up like this, or you could move it around to your front. And what you do is just simply open it up. You've got all your bits at hand. When you finish, close it up, bang, put it around to your side, keep fishing. I reckon that's absolutely brilliant.
Again, freshwater guys, saltwater guys, got a lot of use there to go and use.
Yep.
The other little funky one that we do a lot of squid fishing, obviously, we've seen plenty of that on the show. They do a really good squid box as well.
And you can see all the squid jigs so clearly in the...
Everything's clear and easy to see. The lid just pops up, so I can work like that and then just pull my jigs out as I need to. More importantly, if I'm going to be squidding there for a little while, I can then just fold that down, sit that up there, and just work and get my jigs out as I need. End of the day, rotate around, close her up, wash it all down, it's all ported.
Yep, so it's got holes in it, so all you got to do is just throw it in the sink when you get home.
Yep, give it a rinse.
Give it a bit of a rinse and let them dry.
And that way you're not letting your crowns and things rust up over a period of time. So it's another good way of doing it, and again, practical all the way through.
All the way through, yep.
All the way through to the big boys.
To the big one. Now, I was quite interested in this one, mate.
Yeah, it's a good little box. It's a lot of storage room in there. So it's a bigger style of box. We've got bulk storage on one side, which just flops out there. All your dividers sitting there, so you can set it up to whatever configuration that you need it to be on that side.
Yep.
Locks in, folds over. Over the other side there.
Look at all the storage. And I love this, the dose. Pull this out, you got more.
Wherever you want, there's room everywhere. We've got boxes like that, so you can put your hooks and swivels and smaller lures in there if you like. You've got your lure cards there too, so you can just dip your lures on there so they're quick and easy to use. Probably the best feature about this box, what I like, compared to a lot of other boxes on the market, if I closed that and forgot to do the latches up, simply by just grabbing the handle,
and doesn't come apart.
Doesn't come apart. Whereas most of the conventional briefcase style boxes, if you lift that will just go absolutely everywhere.
And I know that from experience because it happens on my box. Trust me, it just opens up when I forget to lock it down.
Yeah, it makes an absolute mess. And once you realise what you've done, you just lock it back up, pick up, off you go, no dramas at all.
Absolutely brilliant, mate. And there we have it. We go from the big one all the way down to the little pocket size.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. So any more information about that, go to thatsfishing.com.au and follow the links to Mick, and you'll be able to find all this information very shortly.
Very much so.
All right, thanks Mick for Tackle Talk once again. See you guys. Now, what were you telling us about over this particular area at the moment? We're going for squid on sand, because normally we look for them on the weed.
Yeah, up this area here, we're across a whiting bed, so we've got little bits of grass spread out across a whole lot of sandy area here.
Yep.
And you'll often find this time of the year the squid will actually try and herd up bait fish and so forth across the sandier flats.
Oh, okay.
So it's a thing that they do over the winter months, so we'll get down here and give it a go.
Give it a go,
see how it goes.
Oh, okay then.
If that's not going to work
Something
for
different?
us, yeah, we'll move back over to the more traditional weedy
area.
ground. Yep.
Yeah, okay then. And they've been catching a few good squid down this way too, haven't they?
They have been. Winter gets a little bit hard, they can get a little bit patchy. Try and keep your jigs nice and active, really move them around and give them plenty of flash through the water. Hopefully we can antagonise them enough to get them strike.
Yep, no worries.
When you first get in the grounds, you're sitting there, you sort of hedge your bets a little bit, so we'll start off with some different colours, run some nice bright colours, and I'll probably put a darker one on it just as a mix, and we'll just, every 10 or 15, we'll flick through the colours until we find a colour that's working for us. It's just a matter of, as I said, just working through and not sticking on that one colour all day, because if you've got the wrong colour, you're not going to produce a fish. Doesn't matter how well you're working it, it's just not going to play. So it's just a matter of chopping and changing the whole way through. People talk about squid jigs, got to use small jigs to catch their squid. Just give you a look there, that's a size 3 squid jig in comparison to the size of the squid. They don't care, they just want to eat. So don't be afraid, keep your bigger jigs on and keep working them through the water, because your smaller squid will take it as well. Doing it a little bit tough out here. We're using a little plastic isome worm at the moment, and we're starting to pull a couple of little flathead down the burley trail. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll keep trying for these elusive whiting.
We've got a couple of squid so far. A bit tough out here, Phil.
I'm hearing you.
You hearing it? I brought him out for a fish. Sad.
Yeah, we're having a few problems out here today.
Yeah, he'll get me on the way home.
Keep trying.
Keep going.
Yeah, that's fishing. Yeah, that's fishing.
Hooked on Tackle Talk with Big Mick. Hi and welcome to Tackle Talk. I'm here with Big Mick, and what we're doing is talking about again, safety, not tackle talk today, and we're talking about flares and how to keep our flares dry, torches dry, all sorts of bits and pieces.
Yeah, first aid kits and so forth.
Yeah, and things like this. Now, these bags, mate, now I'll just show you just quickly. They unclip, and I unclip them. One there, and I can't unclip this one either. They roll out, make them totally waterproof. You can put all your gear in here and roll them all up. Keep all your flares and things nice and dry inside the bag.
Well, that's exactly right. It's all in one spot. You're not shuffling through your boat trying to find, I've got my flares here, my first aid kit's over here, where's my torch?
Everything's all in one area, which is good.
Right.
And I like this one especially because it's like a backpack setup.
It's a backpack version, so even for guys that are walking up streams and so forth there, or walking and wading through water, it's basically the same version as what you'll carry there. So it's simply just put all your gear in, fold, lock your tabs in, on your back and off you go, and you've got a full backpack version of there. Everything's completely safe and waterproof.
And you can just grab it, take it out of the boat when you're hosing the boat or whatever, when you get back home, pick it back up, throw it back in the boat, which all your safety gear's got to remain in the boat as well, like your flares, you know.
That's most people, if we had a look at most boats, if I said where are flares or where's this, where's that, unfortunately, especially when things are going wrong, you don't want
It's
to be
all
looking
over the
for
place. Yeah.
One bag, one spot.
One bag, one. And the good part about it, you can throw a couple of bottles of water in there as well, just for a bit of backup in case you are stuck out somewhere and waiting for some help. All right, that's a quick tackle talk. Big Mick,
Thank you.
any information, go to thatfishing.com.au. Right guys, as you've seen, we've caught some decent squid and a couple of small ones and quite a few big ones tonight. And dark is just falling upon us now, so Keith's just driving around showing us some good little areas that he's been catching some winter snapper with. Unfortunately at the moment we can't see any snapper just yet, but with fingers across, it is to change of the tide at the moment, and we should be coming into some real prime time to go in search of the big red again. So looking forward to it. Hopefully tonight, fingers crossed, we're going to get a big red. So let's get into it. Keith, let's go. Yes. No, I have nothing to say at the moment.
Nothing at the moment.
Pressure is on. The pressure is on, Keith.
Let me get a fish.
Righto guys, we're going to ask Keith about coming into Hastings here of the night time and what we should be doing as a safe thing to do. What's the right thing to do here as we're coming in?
First of all, don't go like a bull at a gate. Slow down. Keep yourself between your starboard marker, which is the green one, and your port marker, which is your red marker, and learn your cardinal marks, your north, south, east and west at night. This flashing light up here is telling me it's flashing 9 times, which is telling me that it's a west cardinal mark, and there's safe water on the west side. So you don't want to go on the other side of it, you want to stay on the west side of it, and that'll give you safe water.
Now if you go on the wrong side of it, you're high and dry for the night.
You'll hit the bank.
You'll hit the bank. It's as simple as that. Especially being out here in Western Port.
Yep.
And it's so tidal and it's so full of mud banks everywhere that you really got to know how the channel works and the proper safe way of coming in and out.
I find the best way to learn Western Port is to come out during the day when the tide's at its lowest point, so you can see all the different mud banks, channels, and get to know them so that you don't hit them and run dry for 8 hours.
Well, that's a good bit of good tip there, Keith. That I think everyone should come out here in low tide, just at least once, and do what Keith's saying. Drive through here. You'll find it's very zigzaggy, and if you stick within the markers, and it's in the boating books and all that as well, and on your maps, and especially on all your good GPS units like your Lowrance units and things like that. Come out here, look at it, take your time, learn it, and it is perfectly safe to come in and out of Hastings as much as you like, in high tide and low tide. So anyway, the day is nearly done. Well, it's night time now, the day has gone. So we'll be back to you in just a minute. Well, we've come to another end of another trip. Been out here, we went in search of the big red. Unfortunately, we just couldn't quite find it. We found plenty of fish, and we used quite a few of our squid that we caught during the day, but we just couldn't quite raise them. And most of them are at what, 2 to 4 metres, and we're in 10 to 20 metres of water, and we just couldn't find any fish down on the bottom, which means they're not feeding. Water too cold, basically.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah, cold. You just got to find them bite times at the moment. So
yeah,
it's just the way it is. You've got to put the effort in.
Oh, hello. He's making a bit of noise, and it's quite chilly here. As you can see, we had some pretty good effort here today. Some nice big ones, and these ones we decided to keep tonight, even though we've used a few of them. But dinner tonight at my house, I think. What do you reckon, Keith?
Sounds like a plan. Beautiful.
I reckon. Anyway, thanks for watching That's Fishing. Now, for any information about Keith and his charters, go to thatsfishing.com.au and you get to the man himself. Once again, bud.
Thank you very much.
No worries. Anyway, until next week, I'm the Colonel from That's Fishing. See, never give me a rod, I lose fish.